everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet, and today is, I just looked it up too, the 11th, March 11th, Wednesday, and this is Charm Chatter, I believe, number 33. Amazing. And I got so many things to talk about. Like, I go from nothing to talk about to all of a sudden I've got a lot. So on my Facebook group page, I posted a picture of the first finished object from crochet class. From this, it's a teacher has finished her first project, and I'm so proud of her. She's the librarian at the high school, and she did indeed complete a blanket, and she crocheted it, all double crochet, and she has started a loom project. And I think she's planning on making 3 blankets by the time it's donation time. So good for her. And I don't know how to edit to put her picture in the YouTube video. So if you want to see it, you'll have to buzz on over to the Facebook group page. It's Charmed Grammy Facebook group. And I will have it in the bottom here, in the description. And let's see, the students, we had the second class yesterday. Not as many students showed up, but apparently there were a lot of kids out sick, my daughter said. And a lot of the kids are working on their projects at home and probably didn't need any help, but there were a lot still. And there were some new students showed up, which is just fabulous. There were, it's going really well. My daughter, if you don't know, she is a teacher at our local high school, and she teaches the learning disabled students, and her students, some of her students, in cooperation with some of the Honor Society students, are learning to loom or crochet baby blankets for part of their students of service. Like, they have to do so many volunteer hours, so they're making baby blankets to donate to Rainbow's Babies and Children's Hospital NICU. So very exciting. And so one of my daughter's learning disabled students was in the first class last week, and she's looming. And so my daughter told her students, I don't know about the other students, but my daughter's students, my daughter teaches reading, literature, language, English, and a lot of her students are dyslexic, and they can't read. So she reads them their books that they need to, whatever books they have to read. She does read out loud to her students. Excuse me. And they're high school students. They get fidgety and what have you. And so the one student who was in class last week started, my daughter told her, you can loom in my class as long as you can still get your work done. If you want to, do this in class, you can. So the student, a girl student, and I'm sorry, I don't know her name. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say. But anyway, she was looming while my daughter was doing the reading. And these boys are like, what's she doing? And they're watching her intently the whole class. And so my daughter and the girl explain what's going on. And the boys come this week to crochet class. That was so super cool. They came to crochet class. My daughter sat down with them, taught them how to loom, and today she texted me a picture of the 3 boys and the looming that they were doing while she was reading. And she said the students were so attentive to the reading because, like, using a fidget spinner. And I had talked to her about this because my youngest is ADHD, and he's severely dyslexic. And so I did a lot of reading to him. And I know, if you're ADHD, your brain is going 100 miles an hour. And, like, my son's always fidgeting. I'm like, Steve, cut it out. You got to be listening to this, you have to listen. You have to know this content of your science book, you know, or whatever. And he would be able to play cards, doodle, color, whatever, and then verbatim repeat back to me the things that I said. So I had mentioned this to my daughter when we were talking about looming and crochet and getting her students involved in that. And I said, you know, maybe this could be like a substitute fidget spinner for them, as far as they can, you know, work around the loom while instead of fidgeting and not paying attention, because this can maybe distract them, you know, from their need to have more than one thing going on in your brain. And she said it was the best. She texted me a picture of the now these 3 additional students, and I don't know how many actual students she had, but these 3 additional students and how much they loomed during her chapter book reading today. And she said the class has never been so attentive as today, and the previous day when they were watching the other girl loom. So I think we got new members to class, and maybe, you know, maybe this will really help these kids. And I'm so excited about that. They're, you know, learning a craft, something that they can always keep with them. And if it helps them with their general education, that's even better. So crochet class and its efforts are just thrilling. I couldn't be happier with what's going on. The kids that are crocheting are so diligent, and, you know, I was concerned about my ability to teach them, and I'm still a little concerned about that. Some of them are just doing fantastic. Others are struggling a little bit. You know what? I just keep encouraging them, and they just keep being very diligent about it. They really want to learn, and, you know, some of it's a tension. I don't know how to teach them the tension between your yarn and your hook. You know, I keep showing and like feel this is how tense I'm making it. You want it tight enough that you can grab it, but not tight that you have to yank on it, you know. And I think that's the hardest part, is learning the tension. And it's coming along. So the kids are doing great. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. And obviously I've been going on for like more than 5 minutes. I'm sorry, but it's very exciting. Then I got happy mail. I got lots of mail. So first I received our yarn channel friend, my now very close friend, Liz from Leave It to Lefty is her YouTube channel. She doesn't produce a lot of videos, but her videos are very good when she does put them out. I wish she would put out more videos. I'm calling you out on it, Liz. But, you know, life gets in your way. You don't always have time. And, you know, maybe it's not what she wants to do all the time, but when she does make videos, I always watch them. They're always great. And maybe she will, if she can, I don't know if she can, do a video on her crochet and yarny stuff is a passion, but her, I think, biggest passion is tatting. I don't know if you guys are aware of what tatting is. I had never heard of it. Tatting is like making lace. And she sent me some lace that she tatted. This is, look at how beautiful that is. Very intricate. Isn't that gorgeous? Now she showed me pictures of stuff that she tatted, and like where this circle is here, you put like a gemstone in there, and then do these like circles all around it to hold it in place, and you can make like buttons, real fancy buttons and stuff like that. Oh, I hope I didn't make it too dark. I got close, and I hope it didn't make it dark on your screen. Let me see if I find a piece of white. Okay, white there. Maybe that'll, don't mind it's the edge of a box. It's the only white thing I could find. I hope that there keeps it bright. Isn't that beautiful? And then she sent this piece with beads in it, but what she showed me pictures of, look at how beautiful this is. She's got beads crocheted, knitted, tatted, I guess would be the word, right into that. Isn't that gorgeous? But she showed me pictures of, you know, like where these beads are, it's just a whole big, like button size gemstone, and it's totally beautiful. And you can, let's see, she makes bookmarks, she can make jewelry, table decor, table runners, tablecloths probably, coasters, Christmas ornaments, edgings, linens, and hankies, all out of tatting. So it's simply gorgeous. But she sent me some yarn she didn't care for, didn't like to use, and so I'm going to show you what I got. She sent me a total of 4, 2 each of these baby mandalas. Look at this beautiful color with the purples and the grays. This is called Magic Moon. So 2 of these, I totally love it. And 2 of these. Oh, I forgot to show you the colorway on the side. Hold on, let me just. So worked up, it looks like that. It's so soft. 2 of them in this colorway. So this is called Wishing Well, and it's tans to grays, or grays to tans, or blue, not tan. Yeah, blue to tan. Blue, not gray. I'm looking at the picture. The picture on my screen makes it look gray, but it's not. It's blue. I've got that light in here. What's going on? I got that light shining, and so it makes what I'm looking at dark. Makes my room look dark. So it's blues, and this is a 3-weight, and you guys know about mandalas, so I'm not going to go into all the details. But isn't that gorgeous? So there's 2 of those. This is, oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to knock you. Then, oh my gosh, you guys are not going to believe. Like, she tried working with some of this, and she didn't like it. So there are, I think, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. This is Lion Brand Cookies and Cream. So it's grays and whites. And this is their ice cream. That's also baby weight yarn, number 3. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I've never had ice cream yarn. I keep looking at it and I've never purchased it, but oh, it's beautiful and soft and lovely. I love it. And let's see, then we have 2 of these, one for you, one for me. This is Mary Maxim Prism. This is 100% acrylic, 290 yards, lightweight 3. This is very much like that Landscapes yarn, and it's roving. So I'm really surprised that they called it a 3, because I think Landscapes calls it a 4. But it looks like, I mean, it looks just like that. The colors are gorgeous in there. This colorway is called Autumn Mist. I have been stocking up on this type of yarn because I have hooded scarves that I want to make from a Bag O' Day pattern that I'm thinking what are going to be my Christmas gifts next year. And I think I want to make it out of this type of yarn. I don't know why, but that's my practice piece is definitely going to be out of this type of yarn. So this could get very well added to, if I like the way they turn out. Like that's, last year I made 23 scarves. Hooded scarves was kind of what I was going with, my thought process for this year's. Everybody gets one for Christmas, maybe. So I have a couple of those, and I've never seen this from Mary Maxim. I don't see people do a lot of videos on Mary Maxim yarns. Then I have 3 of these Dreamweaver, or Dreamy, Red Heart Dreamy. Oh, there's the, oh, is that upside down for you? Well, anyway, you understand the title. Red Heart Dreamy, upside down and backwards. Now, this is a 5-weight. And it's got a big halo on there. This colorway, it's 100% acrylic. This is 355 yards on a skein, and this colorway is called Dreamcatcher. I have 3 of these. She doesn't like the halo yarn, she said, and so then she found out by working with this one in a different colorway. This one is called Mountaintop. I really like these. So soft and squishy. And then in a couple of different colors she sent me, and this is like my very favorite softness, lovely Red Heart Houdet. Oh my gosh, I totally love this. You just want to make pillows out of this and sleep on it. It's so soft and squishy. And I have several skeins of this. This color is blue, like a blue gray. Or is it just gray? My lighting in this room is suddenly really hard for me to see. It's called Aloe. And I think we have some blue. This is the one she opened and decided that she didn't like it. Yeah, this one is called Slate Blue. So I love the blue and the gray together. And I think there's one of another color. Yeah. This color is Sterling. And it's like a dark slate. Like a mocha color, I would call that. And so that's the yarn that I got from Liz. Isn't it beautiful? I can't really wait to start working with this. I have some of this of my own that I've been stocking up on because I really would like to make some sweaters out of this. And now that I've made a sweater, I'm not afraid to work with this to do it. I didn't want to... I practiced on Chloe's sweater that was too big for her and became Amanda's sweater. And now I'm making a top out of cotton cakes. So that'll be like my second kind of article of fitted clothing. Because I really love to make myself some sweaters out of this yarn, this and the latte cakes. Because I think I will never want to take them off. But I've been afraid to want to use this really nice yarn and screw it up. I wanted to practice on not as nice a yarn. Not that the cotton cakes aren't good, but the original sweater that I made for Chloe and Amanda, Chloe and now Amanda, was out of Stitch Studio Classic, so it's inexpensive yarn. And if I screwed it all up and got mad and threw it away, I wouldn't have cared, as much. Of course, I would have never done that. I'd just frogged it, but I know that yarn is, it'll be harder to work with that yarn than it will be the cotton cakes are a breeze to work with. I totally love them. Then I ordered from Lion Brand. I know I'm not supposed to, but I did because they had that sale. And another thing that I want to make sweaters, we get a lot of chilly weather here in northern Ohio, and I love homespun. I know a lot of people either love it or hate it. I just think the colors of it are so nice, and I want to make a sweater out of homespun, and I have purchased yarn for that. Not just for me, but maybe sweater for Chloe. I owe her a sweater now. So I went with colors. I have colors already of this yarn, but not these colors. This color is called Rocco. So I wanted to go with neutrals, because if I get good at the sweaters, then I think family members will be like, hey, make me a sweater. So I bought several of the Rocco. I think I bought like 9 or 10 of each to make sure that I would have enough to make a sweater out of, or one sweater per color. And then I bought the Mango Chutney. And it's also neutrals. There's like, I'm trying to look, like a dark, it gets, I don't know if you can see, it gets like a dark brown to the lighter browns. Tans. This one is more just solid color of like a tan, light tan. And so I got several of those in that color. Then I got, because, oh, I only have an open. I'm digging. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Most of them come 3 to a bag, and so I bought 10 of each. I bought this. This is Homespun Thick and Quick. I've never owned Homespun Thick and Quick. Look at how big that is. Can you see? Or is it blowing out? Look at how thick that yarn is. Regular Homespun is a 5 bulky for the cakes and the skeins, whether it comes in a cake or a skein. And let's see, they each have 185 yards. Now this thick one, and this color is called Coral Stripes. So there's, looks like got brown inside there. There is one in the bag. You can see. Oh, pardon me. Goes, here's like a whole packet of them. But on this, you can see it's got this brown and like light to different color corals in there. I don't know why, but I've been into the coral colors, and like purple has always been my favorite color, but green, I'm getting like mint green, totally in love with that color these days. I like a lot of colors. And coral, I've been all in the coral, all into it. So this, I think this might be a little more difficult to work with than the regular homespun, because it's like, it really is a big, thick. This might take, I'll make out of this last, because I think this is going to be harder to work with. But it is Homespun Thick and Quick Stripes. Oh, I didn't even realize it was a stripe. I've never really worked much with a stripe. Never, obviously never on clothing, because I've never made like wearables other than, you know, fitted wearables, which maybe I'll just make it a cardigan, and then I won't have, or a shrug, like a cocoon thing, and then I won't have to deal with worrying about if the sides match and stuff like that as much. It might be easier. Anyway, this has 160 yards per skein on the Homespun Thick, but I just knew I would love the colors to it, and I do. It looks a little white. Oh, there, now that's better. It's like a real pale coral, and then it gets to, if you can see, this one in the center is like a brighter, you know, and then, so I think it'll be nice spring or fall, really, in those colors. Then I purchased, because last year when I made all those scarves that I was talking about, I used up most of my thicker yarns on the scarves, and I really like the thick yarn. I like working with it, and I liked working with it with the scarves. So then I also bought some of the Hometown USA, because I really enjoyed working with that. And so I bought some of this color, Honolulu Pink. Honolulu. Honolulu. Whatever. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Honolulu Pink. I like it. It has a real nice sheen to it. It has like a iridescent kind of look to it. I don't think you can see it in here, but it does in this light in my house anyway. And I bought Lake Tahoe Blue. And this one is like a multiple colored, which I didn't realize. I don't know if they have the same. These are both bulky 6. And being that this one is a little bit of a variegation to it, I wonder if they're the same. I didn't really pay attention. 81 yards and 64 yards. Yeah, you don't get as much in the blue as you do with the pink. And so I bought those colors, and I think that's all. Yeah, that's what's in here. I didn't realize that had that does look like a lake, doesn't it? You know, it's got the greens and the blues in there. That's really awesome. I love it. And I love Hometown USA. It's soft. It was really easy to work with. It worked up really nice and quick. And easy. I mean, it was just a flow through your fingers really nice. So I'm real happy with this. I'm real happy with my purchases. I'm real happy with my gifts. Thank you so much, Liz. I really wish you would make a tatting video, because I think other people would be interested in seeing that if they've never seen, like, I've never even heard of it until Liz told me about the tatting. But I will link her channel below in the description, and maybe we can encourage her to show some tatting in her videos, and even demonstrate, you know, this is how you use it, this is the tools you use. I don't know, I would find it very interesting. And that's what I got for you today. I'm running almost a half an hour on this video, so I'm really sorry about it being so long. Oh, and as a public service announcement, I just want to say I watched a video from one of my YouTube friends. Constance sent me a video. I don't know if I can link it. I'm going to try to link it, on the coronavirus. And it's just some basic information that you might find very interesting. I was surprised to learn that the coronavirus has been around a long time, just not in the human race, but in animal species. And it just this year jumped to being in the human species. But the SARS virus from a couple of years ago is a coronavirus, just not Corona-19. And a MER virus, I don't remember that one so much, but SARS, I mean, I remember that one. This one just acts a little different, and they give you some good insight and some good information. And being that it's, you know, spreading worldwide, maybe it's something you should watch. So I will link that video in, or at least if I can't give you a clickable link, I will give you some information to get to the video that was sent to me. And so thank you so much, Constance, for sending that to us and giving us information, because you can best protect yourself with the more knowledge that you have. Now, I'm not one that panics over this kind of thing. And I mean, it's a virus, and it will, according to the guy in the video, and I don't remember his name, it's going to run its course eventually, but it's going to take a while. So you need to take precautions. You know, he works with the Center for Disease Control, and he says well, watch the video if you want to. I will link it. Have a great yarny day. I got to find some place to put this yarn, and it's almost bedtime. I got to work tomorrow. Okay, have a great day. Bye.